I'm gonna get into the main chamber and kind of raid that first. There's this wraith over here who will notice us right away. Sometimes the angle of the floor messes with his ability to initiate combat, and like he'll just kind of freakishly follow you around the room unless you confirm combat by like trying to talk to him. It's just an ordinary wraith though. Nothing special about it. I'm kind of sad to see these Aura of Wraths failing. Oh, we got two of them. We got two of them. Oh, you suck, guy. Wraiths. Utterly predictable. I'm gonna have Rada cast Brilliance so that it can compensate for the darkness. Jeez, Aileron, you're way over there. We're... Brilliance! I like how the ice stiletto glows in the dark. Kinda, sorta. It's a very vibrant weapon. I think it's supposed to just be an icicle on a hilt. Got to kill the Wraith and dispel the darkness. That Zombo is getting out of there. That one's not. Grr! How dare you? You've got some nerve, fellow. If I were not more worried about this stupid ghost, I would definitely be focusing on you. Alright, Aileron. I don't think he's going to be able to reach the Wraith. Yeah, he doesn't have a choice. He's just going to hit this zombie instead. Don't cast Wraith Touch. Oh, you're such a nuisance. Wraith Touch is actually kind of a dangerous spell. Not because its effects are especially detrimental or anything, but because of the random nature of them. Wraith Touch drops a random stat by a random amount. And on certain occasions, that stat might be stamina. And if that happens, it can cause all kinds of weird bugs that could result in your heroes dying early. It's kind of unlikely, but it can happen, so be warned. Be warned of the Wraith Touch. Can you die, guy? Ah, oh, come on, man. The last hit did 20 more than that. There you go. Fall over. You know, we're all so impressed with your longevity. So there's no way in heck this Wraith is going to run away. But at least the other Plague Zombies are on their way out. Oh, but he does have one backup zombie. Just watching from the sidelines somewhere. And it's not going to want to run either, because I swear it's not an undead AI to run unless they've been afeared. These guys are so stinking slow, they have gotten one turn each. They've gotten one turn each so far! Get out of here! Both of yous! You're fine, jeez. Way over there. Just go. Just go. Excuse me. I probably should have censored that. Neeson, what's happening to you? How did you end up here? Okay, fine. I'm just gonna leave him be. I think the zombie might have pushed him out of bounds. I don't think that'll cause us any problems. Don't do anything, Neeson. Just don't even worry about it. God, that's a new one to me. I have never seen that happen before. Not on this map at all. Ugh. What a mess. Rada, you've leveled. I've already got hundreds of health. What do I do with you? Guess I could get your strength maxed. You know, I think I'll leave it at 29. You don't need the health, but... Willpower is a good thing to have going forward. Willpower affects your chances of getting spells cast upon you. I want your intelligence up too. I don't think we're gonna really need your intelligence too much. Yeah, I think you're smart enough as it is. More thief. Oh, I almost was able to raise it twice. See? More warrior. What else can I get? More pole? More pole. You're using a sword right now. I'll save that for now. Oh, I guess I could upgrade your shield. It's not like we've been using that for a while. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay. So, here's this creepy altar with this mysterious looking something or other. Can't really get a good look at it without the camera all bugging out. Here's this. These creepy gargoyle statues. They're spooky. There's some treasures around here. Very dangerous trap. We successfully disarmed it. And there it is, guys. The shriveled heart. And burst of light? What is... Wait. What drops burst of light? Oh, I know there's a... I think this chest uses the same drop chart as the Lizard Man King. That's why we got burst of light out of that. And there's a pile of bones over here, which has Elishiv's sight. This is where you're supposed to find it. But it is such a garbage weapon, my dude. It is just so bad. Oh, that one exploded. We couldn't handle a second one of those. Oh, hold on, sorry. Didn't mean to check that just yet. There's a bunch of little story fragments you can pick out of the walls here, basically. And there's kind of an order to them, and also kind of not. But we're going to start with the ones back near the entrance, because that seems a more likely starting place. Alright, so, like, from here, I believe you can just start checking walls. Yeah. Cursed dusk, and now my waking eyes, thrice pained with darkness, desolation, and loneliness, long for sight of him that rests easy in company of others, as if I did not exist. And so far, 20 times, the space that measures day and night, I have watched and find no thing. And yet I rise again to seek him out if he would have me. I rest free yet chained, whole yet sundered. I am no thing as for my brother. At him daily my rage, desperation, and despair grow. Why will he not acknowledge me? I feel the time of watching wanes, the time for action is soon. I will learn to encompass my pain, use it to stoke my fire, for I am torment. Torment, I am torment, I am torment, I am... Okay, try not to be too angsty, guy. Tonight I spoke to graves and ran my fingers through barrow soil. Glorious power, fetid corpses, and ancient skeletons dance at my will. I cloak myself in blackness. I arm myself with hate. My minions are the rotting remnants of my brother's kind. Let terror strike like frozen lightning through their hearts. Now feel they the sharp ache of loss, feel the pain that I have become. With each child I snatch, with each of their kind I add to my undead army. Their fear flowers. Maybe there is another of my kind. Someone among them challenged me today with ferocious magics. Surprise. I have forged now a receptacle for my essence. In this gem I place the beating core of myself. For what use have I for a heart? My brother found one mystic stone carved over with triangles and tied with spice, but this did not protect him, though I do stop and wonder at their simple charms. They try to keep me at a distance, still they cannot do as much as is required, including bones and bits of hair to keep among my last discoveries, and I consider these but not too long, for what is fear when I have not a heart? To pinch, I am a shapeless thing beyond creation, and free to feel no feelings at all. I think all human feelings could be put into dogs and pigs by opening up a man's skull and letting all the contents flow into a cranium of an animal's. Then we would know a new philosophy of species by letting the two creatures live one inside the other. Thus, all interests me beyond words. I wonder of the blind one. Day by day I drop off all unnecessaries and redundancies, and soon I shall have stripped it all away. Yet in this lessening I will persist. I will not add to grow, but will diminish, and so train myself down to the barest essence until there is no thing left to die or kill but just the pinpoint of what is unchangeably and forever true. I grow bold, my heart is safely hidden, daily grows in strength, yet emptiness still howls to be filled. Foul deeds fail to slake the burning thirst within me. I saw today the glint of madness in my brother's eyes as I whispered nightmares in his ear. Those orbs held the tiniest mote of understanding. Could it be but perceiving my approach? He moaned, and I felt his spirit withdraw, like a turtle shrinking in its shell. Prepare to drop a stone within yourself, or prepare to as what is brought out in darkness and in night prepare. Is there another one over here? No, not this one doesn't have anything. Across the room to this one. I think today my brother saw me for the first time. In his horror he recoiled. The fires within him rage uncontrolled, and soon his flame will perish. Now I can no longer approach him, as once was my wont, could we reconcile after all our separate deeds. My course is set, and he will die, and no wish of mine will stop this. Never was I free, but when he is gone, perhaps there is a chance to breathe again and live once more. Nothing on this one. Pretty sure there's no more on the walls. Yeah, the last one is right here on the altar. Rage, rage, and bloody vengeance, he is gone. Not dead, he still is not dead, and still I am not free. I wither, I fade. My hidden beating heart shrinks, it slows, now dying. Will I craft my legacy? Horror, hate that men shall always tremble when the darkness comes. No deed too black, no thought too wretched. I shall never be remembered, and I shall be feared. So yeah, that's the story of Elisheva, which, as we know from earlier, is the spirit half of Mago, much like the spirit we keep encountering is the spirit half of Alaron. And basically what this whole little side story is telling us is that this is a fate that awaits Alaron if he fails in his quest. Because if he does not get his true name and rejoin with his spirit, all of this stuff is just going to repeat again. So I really like it for that reason. It kind of adds a bit of weight to the whole thing. It shows that this is actually something very serious and not just gonna resolve on its own. So now, about that music we're hearing. That music is coming from the tower. I don't think it's literally coming from there, but this is a pretty interesting game design point, I think. Because the swamp is so large and it's easy to get lost out here, this music emanating from the tower, you first start to hear it whenever you're getting close, and it gets louder the closer you get. So even if you didn't find the wild man and get instructions from him, you could still be like, what is that sound I'm hearing? And make your way over to the tower. And what a place that is. Looks like we'll be getting inside this time, too. We'll get to make our first foray into Shamsuk's place. After we kill this skeleton. But I'm going to lure him kind of over this way, because this skeleton has a bad habit of respawning. And if you're too close to his spawn point when he respawns, well, then you're going to get stuck in a loop of fighting him unless you can stealth yourself away, which isn't always possible. So yeah, that's a little risky. These dudes. Do I want to blow them up? I just cast light. Yeah, I'm gonna blow them up. I'm gonna blow you guys up, okay? Hope that's alright. You haven't cast Cheat Death on any of yourselves yet, so... Wow, man, wow, this is a really low roll. What resistances did I give these guys? I'm pretty sure they are weak to naming and resistant to necromancy, so... There's no excuse for those numbers, Neeson. You just rolled a 1. In D&D terms, he rolled a 1. In DQ terms, I guess you'd say he rolled 100. As our tabletop sessions with Chris continue, I am learning more and more the differences between DQ and D&D. Both good games in their own right. Please die. Yes. Stamp it, Skeleton Archer. You can't really see the bow these guys use because they're jank, but I'm pretty sure I gave these guys Heartseeker bows. If not Heartseeker bows, they've got like the next step down from it. Whatever it was something more accurate and more powerful, and definitely enchanted. In the original game, these guys would be lucky if they could do more than 5 damage to me. And that's assuming they hit at all. So, they aren't too much tougher than they ever were. But they certainly have a lot more combat potential than they did before. Yes, stinker, cheating death. Staff it! Begone! Okay, we bonked all the Skellies. Wait, no, there's still one left. Where is he? Oh, he must have just spawned in. Hello there, guy. You're not worth casting Aura of Wrath on. You're just all by yourself. And look, we almost whacked you with just that one hit. Knock his block off, Alarhon. Yeah! Murder! It's not murder if it's already dead, right? I'm gonna go with no. So who's next? We got 3 more Skellimans and a Zombo. I want to cast Aura of Wrath on him. I want to cast Aura of Wrath. Do my work for me, guys. God. Just leave. Still haven't met that 4th skeleton variant yet. Oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's tough. He's not backing down. Excuse you. I bet Brenna can throw at him too. Yeah. Aw, she missed. Good, the zombie knows what's good for him. There goes that guy. Yeah, flee, skeleton warrior, flee! Days are going. Ah, one more zombie joined in. I'm not terribly worried about it. It's this one, right? Yeah, you. You just popped up out of nowhere. I'll get ya! Oh, I punched him good. Bonk. Zombie flees. Warrior flees. Oh, such slow warriors. Okay. Is it worth casting Aura of Wrath one more time? I don't think it is. With zombies being squishier now, it's not that big a deal if I have to beat a couple of them to death. Let's go! Where's the one Brenna hit? Probably the one she's looking at, huh? There you go, guy. 66 damage. Isn't that absurd? Man, now that these enemies don't have the resistances they do, or they did before, I'm starting to see why they felt the need to give them those resistances in the first place. But I'm certain it's not something that is impossible to correct. I have a feeling that protection as a stat directly affects the damage things take, regardless of that type of damage it is. Like maybe apart from spell damage. Brenna levels. I want to get your healer up too. Oh, I can't get it at the 10. That's okay. I can live with 9. Do I want to get Mechanic 9? It's too expensive now. But you haven't really improved your thief in a while, huh? Willpower. Oh, look at all this stuff we got. Phantom Cloak, really? Oh, that's right, I gave the Phantom Cloak to the zombies. They have their own drop chart. They didn't used to. A lot of things happened with drop charts, let's just put it that way. See, he did the thing! You respawned over there! I'm not fighting him again. Not gonna do it. Just gonna give that guy a wide berth. Make our way up over. Yeah. Can you hear the music getting louder? I promise you it is. Over this way. Here is the fourth type of skeleton. You can tell they're different because they don't have ice stilettos. They have enchanted blades, but they still have the same type of shield. I had originally given them moon shields, but I decided to let those continue being unique. And unlike the other skeletons, these guys know Ball of Bones. They failed to cast it on a Rada there, but that's what they know. I don't have to worry about them trapping anybody, because I've got Aileron. He can't be affected by Wall of Bones, ever. But yeah, this is the one enemy I decided to give Wall of Bones to as their, like, one-off spell. And this fight can have up to 12 of them, so even with as much as they're failing right now, they could still get you. It's always possible, I suppose. Stop casting Wall of Bones. Oh man, I wasted Brenna's first turn doing nothing. I want to cast Aura of Wrath. But I want to cast Light also. The dilemma of so many lunar enemies in such a condensed area. Stop! You're never gonna get her, guys. You're never gonna get her. I had originally also given these guys Ice Stilettos, but I decided that was overkill. It's like, if they're gonna have Wall of Bones, then they don't need Frozen Doom in their swords. They're kind of wimp, though. I think the Skeleton Warriors are an upgrade to these guys. They certainly go down easy enough. Oh, did I say they have enchanted blades? They don't really. I mean, that's what this weapon used to be known as, but it's technically called the Aqua Blade now. Because it deals water damage. And the only justification I have for that is the shield is kind of glowing blue. The shield, the sword. The sword is kind of glowing blue. Just like the Ice Stiletto, but not as vibrant. Not as sickening of a color. Had to give the heroes water attacks somehow. That was the only way. Ideally, there would be a spell that deals water damage. And I feel like you could almost get away with having lightning be that. Just call it, like, Rainstorm instead. So it deals water damage instead of air damage. But at the same time, elements are so underutilized in this game that it hardly matters anyway. Oh my god, he did damage! Rude little dude! Bonk. Goodbye. I'm hurt. Yeah. They're back to casting Wall of Bones already. Did I already cast Light? Yeah, I already cast it. Alright, I'll cast Aura of Wrath on this cluster of them. It's the last 4 anyway. Oh. This guy's too cool for school. So is this one! What is wrong with you skeletons? Oh my goodness! Only one of them? Are you serious? Only one of you was affected by that. Fine. Fine. I'll just kill you. You think you're so special just because you're not regular skeletons. Or rather, you are regular skeletons and you're just weaker than skeleton warriors. Enough is enough. Hammer! Hammer of Justice. Sneak up on this guy. I don't know what his plan was. He just kind of took a couple steps forward there. Oh, that was a waste of Aileron's turn. Anybody could have done that. Well, at least the spell is affecting the one that got hit by it. You will be the only skeleton to live. Bye, skeleton. Goodbye. Thanks for playing. It's nice to meet you. But even though they are special skeletons, they have all the same drops as regular skeletons. Because why would they not? Skeletons are all on the same drop chart, okay? I don't want to hear any complaints.